As I think back to what we were up to many years ago, it seems as if we all should have known, well, this is going to work, but we didn't know it was going to work. I mean, how hard is it to establish not only a new school, but a new school model?
The Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation were beginning to fund reform models for public schools. And one of the reform models were small, technology-rich public high schools.
I went to Seattle, met with Bill Gates, pitched him on the idea, and we developed a little bit of a relationship over our common concern for public education.
The challenge grant was just enough money to be dangerous and didn't cover any of the challenges that we really had ahead. That's why the board was so critical. Our goal was to enroll students of color, first-generation students, have it be an integrated school, have it focus on providing opportunities for girls to excel in the sciences. So we wanted to pattern the board after the kinds of students we wanted to attend this school, and that's what we did.
I got involved with DSST when I read in the paper that David Greenberg had just gotten this grant. And so I showed up. And I said, well, I think this sounds like a really fun idea.
The atmosphere in the beginning was scary. I'm not from the administration side of a school district or a school, so what do I know about teaching kids? But I was sure passionate about wanting to create a great place.
I had done a presentation to the Colorado Commission on Higher Education where David was a commissioner, and I had beseeched them to support engineering education in K-12. And afterwards, David contacted me and said, I've got something to talk to you about.
One of the things in the field at the time was not just computers in classrooms, but one computer per student. And that was the holy grail. I got kind of excited about the possibility of participating in building these schools in Colorado. And I tracked down David Greenberg, introduced myself, told him who I was, and later he invited me to join the board, and I accepted.
In probably the spring of 2003, we realized we were going to run out of startup money, and if we didn't figure out a way to get that last $5 million, we were going to have to shut down, and that was going to be that.
Denver Public Schools was having a bond consideration, and new schools were a part of that discussion. I was introduced to both Robbie and to David Greenberg and had some extensive conversations about DSST and what the vision was and what the needs were in terms of being included in the school bond. And as they say, the rest is history.
And the board, it wasn't just they were terrific, and it wasn't just that they were thoughtful, and it wasn't just that they were passionate, but I also think they were really courageous. It wasn't easy, and they really stepped up the whole way through the process.
A big part of it was that our board was a working board, and we weren't afraid to roll up our sleeves and really do what was needed.
We had a common goal and a common mission, and so that pulled us together.
We became friends because we shared a passion for what we did. It was incredibly satisfying.
It's not often that you get a chance to work on something from the ground up that really makes a difference, that changes the conversation. It was an exciting, incredible experience. I'm very grateful that I had the opportunity to participate in it.
The founding board is in so many ways why DSST exists today, and their deep, active involvement in DSST gave our students something to shoot for, gave them real role models, and ultimately, I think, helped our students become the best versions of themselves.
Look what DSST is now. You go from no school to a school to multiple schools, but the most important thing is you have kids thriving.
DSST has provided the platform and the leadership over these last 15 years. These men and women have to be so proud of what they've done.
I think the thing I'm most proud of is knowing that I made a contribution to one of the most successful things in the United States, really.
One of the things that stuck with me was hearing a student say that the first thing on her mind of what DSST meant to her was that it was a safe place to learn. And to hear these students say that they had this opportunity to be in an environment that was safe and the people really believed in them and cared about them and wanted them to succeed, that was really exciting.
The best experience came 10 years after I started, and the first graduating class from DSST had now graduated from college, and 2 of the students had come back to deliver the keynote addresses, both first generation in their family to go to college. And that was what all of that work was about, was that moment of those students standing on that platform.
I can honestly say the best part of my career has been working with DSST, because every moment of it has warmed my soul and just, I don't know what to say. It's just been so satisfying and gratifying, and we're not done yet.